10 million Pakistani rupees was issued. Anyone who would murder me, my family, and relatives. I escaped Pakistan to save my life, but even in exile, followed, threatened, I was attacked by Muslim refugees. My location was disclosed by Muslim refugees, and they want to kill me. Even when I'm talking to you, they are still chasing me. They want to hunted me by these extremists who continue to call for my death and my family death. It's not just about me. It's about the Christian community in Pakistan who live every day under the shadow of these laws, draconian's law, black law, and it's about the mother who bury their sons because of false accusation. It's about those who still believe that speaking the truth is worth the risk.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Faraz Pervaiz. He's got a testimony. And it's a testimony. This is silent genocide, what we're seeing here and what we're witnessing right now in the world. And this right here is a testimony from Faraz that demands the world's attention, because right now, as it stands, 95 nations and rising blasphemy laws are in them, and they now function as a state-sanctioned weapons of asymmetric warfare against religious minorities. And it's codified to protect one faith, and they systematically criminalize all others. This is not random violence. It is a calculated architecture of erasure. It's legal and cultural, and an existential threat engineered to expel, silence, or annihilate. And at the epicenter of it all stands Faraz Pervaiz. He's a Pakistani Christian whose life has become a living indictment of this regime. What began for him as a gospel outreach in Lahore metastasized into a decade-long death sentence under the Pakistan's blasphemy statutes, laws that carry the death penalty and require no evidence. Faraz, he's been hunted by state agencies, radical clerics, and mobocracies that plastered his face on a bounty poster from Karachi to Bangkok. Tehreek-e-Labbaik, Pakistan's TLP, a political party with 2.2 million votes, issued fatwas offering $124,000 for the man's beheading. The crime? Documenting forced conversations, protesting church burnings, and refusing to recant. This here, ladies and gentlemen, this is part one of a 2-hour testimony that could have stretched into days. And what follows is not an antidote. It is forensic evidence of a global crisis. So pour yourselves a drink, silence the distractions, and bear witness. The stories you're about to hear are not from the history books. They're happening right now in October 2025 as another Christian family in Sargodha has just been dragged from their homes over a WhatsApp message. See, Faraz's ordeal is the microcosm. The microcosm is a world where blasphemy laws have proliferated 13%, gone up in the last 3 years. Hurt religious sentiments is now legal code for minority extinction. And where the United Nations' own human rights apparatus remains paralyzed by diplomatic cowardice, this is not a culture war. It is a slow motion genocide with a paper trail. So listen, then act. Because silence in the face of bounty posters is complicity. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today here at the Speak and See Show. Please like, subscribe, and click that notification button so when we get information out, you can get information in. Today I have with me Mr. Faraz Pervaiz.
Thank you, sir.
I was reading your story. In 2014, you were accused of blasphemy.
Yes.
And that's pretty severe in Pakistan, yeah?
Yes, it is.
What's going on over there?
Thank you, sir, for providing me this wonderful opportunity. My name is Faraz Pervaiz, and my story, a story of faith and courage and survival in Jesus Christ's name. I was born in Pakistan, a country where Christians are very, very small, and where speaking the truth about religious persecution can cost your life. From a very young age, I stood against the injustice I spoke out against the extremist Islamic ideologies and the use of Pakistan draconian blasphemy law, which have destroyed countless lives, innocent Christian lives. Because I dare to speak, I become one of the most targeted Christians in Pakistan's history. In 2017, the Federal Investigation Agency, FIA Pakistan, registered a case against me under Pakistan's harsh and draconian blasphemy and anti-terrorism law. The FIR number 07 oblique 2017, filed on March 19, 2017. The charges including under Section 295A, 295B, 295C, mandatory penalty is the death, and the several provisions of PECA, which is PECA, Prevention of Electronic Crimes Acts. This law was introduced in 2016 because of us in Pakistan. And the Anti-Terrorism Act, this was done after the pressure from the very Islamist, extremists, and the jihadis, mullahs, that are in the capital city, very next to the diplomatic enclaves where this mosque is situated, and this mosque name is called Lal Masjid. And the foundation of this organization, Shoda Foundation, which is led by Hafiz Ehtisham Ahmad. He is the key player very key player of spreading jihadist ideology in Pakistan, in tribal areas. They support Talibanization. They want to impose the Sharia law in Pakistan. So this mosque, their head are actually my plaintiff. And the same year, in 2017, sir, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, that time Prime Minister of Pakistan, Nawaz Sharif, you ever heard his name, PM Nawaz Sharif?
Yes.
He publicly called, blasphemy an unpardonable offense. And his words, these jihadis and extremist Muslim, a green light, and then campaign against me intensified. And me and my family, we were declared the enemy of Islam. My photos, my younger brother photos, my father photos, my relative photos were spread online to incite mob violence against us. And on November 14, 2017, the government of Pakistan issued the proclamation order against me, the first of its history kind in the country's history. And I was officially declared proclaimed offender under draconian blasphemy and the terrorism charges. My name, residential address were printed in national newspaper like Dawn News, Jung News, Express News, and many more. These are the mainstream newspaper of Pakistan. And it was a state-backed witch hunt that already started against us. But the persecution did not stop there, sir. The Brailwi, the Islamic sector, the Sunni Muslims, extremists, particularly the members of Tehreek Labbaik Pakistan, TLP, which is recently banned by the government of Pakistan again. This is the second time they were banned by the governments. First, that party was banned 2021 in April by PM Imran Khan, that time PM. And now, again, this party is banned. But this party, Tehreek Labbaik Pakistan, they led first protest against me in 2018 when Asia Bibi was acquitted. And it was a series of protests led by Tehreek-Labbaik Pakistan in Karachi, Lahore, Mardan. And my first head bounty was issued by Tehreek-Labbaik Pakistan terrorists in tribal areas, Mardan, where uncountable people, and your eyes cannot count them. The tsunami of people. And then later in Karachi, the public bounty again was announced, which was 10 million was Pakistani rupees was issued. Anyone who would murder me, my family and relatives.
Wow.
And that time, my family and my relatives were threatened in Pakistan, those who were in Pakistan. They were attacked and forced to flee their homes. Some of my loved ones, sir, went into hiding, and even until today, they cannot go to that area or in our that house. But in 2021, Pakistan Anti-Terrorism Court in Islamabad sentenced three of my very close friends who were apprehended by the state in 2017 when we were talking about the brutality and injustice against the Christians
Mm.
and other minorities, Hindu girls. And I've lost my three of very close friends who were very strong voice with me. And they were given to the um, death penalty for alleged blasphemy. And others, including me, we were declared wanted, absconders. My name were again read out in the court, and as I, you can say, fugitive, a criminal, not a man forced into exile for his Christian faith. I escaped Pakistan to save my life, but even in exile, I was not safe. I've been followed, threatened. I was attacked by Muslim refugees. My location was disclosed by Muslim refugees. And all these people were registered under UNHCR. They were protected by the UN, registration.
Wow.
And they want to kill me. Even when I'm talking to you, they are still, chasing me. They want to hunted me, and by these extremists who continue to call for my death and my family death. The pain, sir, did not end when I, crossed the border, when I came over here. It only changed the form or my destination. In 2022, the United Nations Special Rapporteurs sent a joint commissions a communication that was commissioned by their team to the government of Thailand, warning of a serious threat to my life. They confirmed that I, Faraz Pervaiz, face imminent dangers because of my Christian identity and the peaceful expression. Despite this, UNHCR Thailand has shown, a little empathy towards me as a Christian. Instead of protection, I have offered, felt punished for exposing the truth about religious persecution and the Islamic extremism. And then in 2019, I was compelled by United Nations to cross the border because that time my location was disclosed by Muslim refugee women, and UN want me to cross the border and go to neighboring country. Until that time in 2019, I was attacked couple of times before that, before the Muslim lady disclosed my location. And UN was compelling me to cross the border. In that time, 2019, United Nations protection officers compelled me to delete my 474 videos that were very critical to Islam in Urdu language, and some of that were in English. We translated the books that were published in Hindustan before pre-partition. The book is called Rangila Rasool. That was written about the Muhammad's personal life and how, you know, everything, every crime he committed.
Mm-hmm.
So that we share, make a video, and United Nations compel me to delete my 474 videos. I
Wow.
started my YouTube channel in 2015, and where uh, thousands of video, more than 3,000 videos we produce. And this year, 2025, June 6, my channel was completely terminated from the YouTube. And
Wow.
in 2018, in 2018, my Twitter handle, my Twitter account was suspended on the request of the government of Pakistan to the previous Twitter owners. My account was suspended. The Facebook managing director, Joel Kaplan, he visited Pakistan 7th of July, 7th of July 2017. He he went to Pakistan because the government of Pakistan requested them to share our locations and our details about those pages, those who are very critical to Islam, those who were criticizing the failed state that were not able to protect its own citizen. So I have lived through years of fear, exile, and uncertainty. I have seen how Pakistani laws, its institution, and the Islamic mullahs have worked together to silence voices like mine. And I have seen, sir, I have seen a lot how this blasphemy law used in the name of religion, especially in the name of Islam, have become, weapons against minority, against Christians, Hindus, and even Muslim who dare to dissent. And my story is just about, it's not just about me. It's about the Christian community in Pakistan who live every day under the shadow of these laws, draconian's law, black law. And it's about the mother who bury their sons because of, of false accusation, and the families who lost everything for refusing to convert to Islam. It's about those who still believe that speaking the truth is worth the risk. And the new generation, his wives, this, silence helps oppressors, not the victims like me. Do not be afraid to stand up for the justice, even when the cost is high. My faith in Jesus Christ give me strength. Every day I believe that light is stronger than the darkness, and the truth is more powerful than the fear.
Yeah.
I have lost my home, my country, and my safety, but I have not lost my voice. I can still speak. I'm thankful, my Savior, my God, and I will never stop speaking for those who cannot speak. And sir, you will not see many Christians on Twitter, especially, or Facebook, uh, those whom are talking about these draconians law. So this is how my life is, and my little introduction, not in detail, but at least for your audience, because I'm first time interacting with you. So that's little my introduction with your people.
Wow. That's one heck of an introduction.